All right, how to make a note. Log into ReliTrex to your login information. This screen with the clients should come up. Has the client list here. Click on clients. Then open another tab up here at the top for New IQ. Log into New IQ. Now that both of those are open, go back to ReliTrex. Go to, you can either pick from the client list, or for the purposes of the demonstration, I'm going to look up our John Doe client. That will bring me to this screen. This is not the one I wanted, so I'm going to go back. Find John Doe on the list. So under John Doe's, I'm going to go here to Peer Services Individual or to Peer Services Group. Either one of those two, depending on which note you're going to write. Click on the white piece of paper that says Sessions. Down here at the bottom, it will have the date and time. So whatever the date and time was for when the meeting with the client or the event occurred, you want to do that. So I'm going to use today's date and time. Click the green plus button where it says add. Click OK. Now this will bring you to the screen where now you can see that the session was added. So now you're going to click on the piece of paper with the pencil that says not started peer services note. So you're going to click on that. That will bring you to this screen with the note. So we'll start at the top, session info. So you're going to put where it took place. So you could even say, if it's at one of the sober livings, you can just say Abundance House. We'll use that. The mode, if you met with client face-to-face, if I meet with them face-to-face in an individual session, click both of those boxes. Participation, effect, and mood. So this will give you some options here. How was their participation? So I'm going to say it was fair and blunted and flat. You can click multiple ones, right? So in the client's mood, he seemed anxious, defensive, and indifferent. Body language, was he open or closed? If it's on a telehealth session, you can click the NA right there, but we'll say his body language was closed. And then the stage of change, which we talked about in another section. So based on where he's at, which stage of change is he in, I'm going to put contemplation. And then I'm going to click on description of current issues. Now here is where the new IQ comes in handy. So I'm going to go up to the new IQ notes. Click here. Now that I'm logged in here, I can go here and click the listen section. So this will allow me to speak all the information about what happened during that event. And it will then write a note for based on what occurred during the interaction with that client. So I can say here, recovery coach met with John Doe. Actually, don't use the client's name. So recovery coach met with client at the Abundance House Sober Living in Fort Collins. The client seemed distressed, anxious, and defensive during this event. Client seemed withdrawn and isolated over the last several days after just moving into the sober living house and trying to learn the structure of the Abundance Foundation program. Client had been struggling with alcoholism prior to moving into the house and is on probation right now. Recovery coaching case manager are working with the probation officer to have client complete all of their drug court obligations and get reconnected to the sober community. So normally the note will be longer than that, but I hit stop, and now it will bring me to this page where it is preparing the note. You want it to be here under DAP note. You can do other notes too, session progress or SOAP, but we always want to just have it be on DAP notes. And then it will bring up this. So it brings up all the data of what happened, the assessment, and the plan. So we want to click this box here where it says copy section. And I have a check mark there. That will copy it. I go back to ReliTrax in the description. Then I paste it here. And then I go on to the assessment. And I do the same thing. Go to the assessment, click the box, go back to ReliTrax, paste it, go to plan here, back to the notes, click the box for plan, back to ReliTrax, paste that. And now when I go to the client goals, for any other client that has their treatment plan completed already, their list of goals will be here. If you don't see that, you can go to this button that says reload thread values. So when I do that, it will bring this up, and you can say it as of the document date or right now. So I want to go to right now. Now, once they have their BPS completed with Cindy, these goals should populate from their service plan into the goal section. So then I'd want to select whatever goal we were working on during that session or multiple goals. For a lot of the group activities, the third goal is going to be connection to recovery community. So I would select that for a lot of the group activity ones. But we'd say whatever goals I'm going to select here, check those boxes, go to here, then that note is going to be complete. So to complete that note and release it, I'm going to go to this piece of paper with the green check mark in the corner. That says preview, release, or archive. I'm going to click that. Don't click the release and approve. There should just be a button that comes up that just says release. So either click that, or you can click this that says release and approve multiple docs, but you just want to click the box that says only release. Don't ever click the one that says approve. So click release. Now it says document released, and I can close that. So this is what it'll look like when it's completed. It's released. Then I can go back to the client list, find a different client, and move on to the next note. So that is overall how you write a note. If you have any questions, please refer back to the same video or go to the manual that has the steps listed as well.